Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for Head to Headlines. Every week on Wednesday, we compile the hundreds of funniest headlines of the week, and we narrow it down to two and give you two of them. Then you vote on the text line at 312-591-8300, headline 1 or headline 2. On the story you want to hear us break down. You decide the content of the show in this segment every week. And there's some doozies today. Very different, too. Sometimes they get in the same genre, if you will, but this is wild today. Let's get right to it. Headline number one. Let's do it.
Hit me.
LimeWire acquires Fire Festival, asking, quote, what could possibly go wrong? Now,
Why would they want that?
well, this might need some context, because I'm not sure everybody listening knows what LimeWire is. Because Case is 26, but I remember LimeWire from the Napster Kazaa era, and then it was LimeWire in sharing music illegally, file sharing, whether it was pictures, videos, and music. But this was 25 years ago.
Yeah, I guess I have a general understanding of what it was, but I never used it.
Yeah, because it had to be, gone by the time you were old enough to be on a computer, I imagine.
Yeah, I wouldn't understand how to do it.
Yeah, it was great.
It killed the record industry, but it was great.
Well,
I did it all the time, killed by computers.
a lot of viruses went through there. Yeah, I remember that they'd package it as like you're downloading, let's see, Metallica and Justice for All. Then you open it, and the blue screen of death comes on. You're like,
Oh, it would be
whoa.
like a local rapper trying to make it. They would title songs because anybody could upload it, and that way they could like get on people's phones. They're trying to get discovered, so that would happen.
Yeah,
I know it's impossible for a computer to sweat, but when you were using that, it was the closest it ever got.
I once leapt across the room to unplug the computer from the wall because I didn't know what else to do when the virus started hitting.
No, this seems like a great system. Glad you have such fond memories of it.
Well, because once in a while you got one from Metallica for free.
Yeah. No, you downloaded The Strokes for free, and it was awesome.
It was a rush, man. It was, you sat there.
Well, you turned into Spicoli.
Because you'd sit there and get them downloading, and then you wouldn't know if it would go into queue, and it wouldn't download. Imagine waiting for 7 songs to download, and you got 3.
Oh, my God.
It's crazy. So I did that. I also did FrostWire. Every once in a while, LimeWire wouldn't have my music. I'd go on FrostWire.
Yep.
And what people used to do is they'd be like, if they didn't know how to download the music, they'd be like, can you take my iPod home and plug it into and download all the music? And I go, I can. But just so you know, the second you sync it back up with your computer, it'll erase. So you can't do that anymore. Like, don't sync it with your computer because you have the music backed up. But I would I would have a stack of iPods I brought home to sync up everyone's phone because they all wanted the music on it.
Kayla just checked in and said LimeWire is going to give everyone COVID 3.0. Yeah, don't die. I guess this is funny. It is as funny as to me in going through this is that I didn't know LimeWire still existed. Mm-hmm. And saying they acquired the Fire Festival, a concert that never happened, it's stupid.
It is stupid.
What is this headline? LimeWire is still around and acquired the Fire Festival. That's headline number 1. If you want to hear more about that story, we kind of got into it a little bit there, but not really what happened. So headline number 2, completely different. This is headline 2 of the week. Man dressed in scuba gear accused of robbing Disney Springs restaurant and then swimming away. So I don't know if you see the guy coming.
He had a plan, didn't he?
That is fun.
That's very Ocean's 11-like. Had the whole plan laid out. So if you want to hear more about that story, text in headline 2. Headline 1 was, LimeWire acquires Fire Festival. What could possibly go wrong? 312-591-8300. You decide the content, what story we break down based on the headline alone, while you enjoy 21 Pilots. Ticket Butts Thursday with 21 Pilots tomorrow starting at 8:10 with Brian and Kenzie.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
This hour tomorrow, 8:10 it starts. Ticket Butts Thursday with 21 Pilots will get you to the show next week in Tinley Park. Right now, head to headlines, the funniest headlines of the week. We gave you 2. You choose which story we break down. Headline 1 was, LimeWire acquires Fire Festival, asking what could possibly go wrong. And headline 2 was, man dressed in scuba gear accused of robbing Disney Springs restaurant, then swimming away. Now, this was actually close. I think a lot of people having the nostalgic memories of downloading music on LimeWire and wanted to hear why they acquired the Fire Festival. More shocked that we were, that they still exist in any form. But barely winning out is man dressed in scuba gear accused of robbing Disney Springs restaurant, then swimming away. And let's get right to the story so we have enough time to break this down. You wanted it. You got it. You decide the content. This happened in Lake Buena Vista, Florida. A man is accused of putting on scuba gear after robbing a restaurant in Disney Springs and swimming away. I assume Disney Springs, well, we'll get to it in the story, I guess, is in, like, that's not Disneyland. Disney World is in Florida. It happened at Kenzie, the Paddlefish restaurant in Disney Springs, Florida. That's right. The Paddlefish restaurant is where it happened.
Oh, my gosh.
Officials haven't identified the man, but they said he knew where the security camera was, he knew where to hide his wetsuit, and knew when the restaurant manager would be counting the cash for the night.
Here's
It
my.
was on a boat. He was literally on. I'm looking at the Paddlefish restaurant, so like that makes sense. He's
yes.
on a boat.
Right.
I talk a lot about how I think prior to 20 years ago, it would have been so easy to rob a bank because it was just technology was different, security cameras were different. It seemed like anybody could have done it had they set their mind to it. Robbing a restaurant in 2025 seems like it would be a low cash endeavor. Not a lot of people are paying for their meals with cash anymore.
No. And also, the old days, like you said, usually had a fat security guard with eating a donut. At least in the movies, that's what it is. It's never like a guy from SEAL Team 6 guarding the bank.
No, it's always Chief Wiggum from The Simpsons.
That's what it always is. And I assume no one's guarding the restaurants today because there is no cash in restaurants.
If I was going to run a restaurant, I wouldn't have a big intimidating bodyguard. I would just keep the salary for myself.
Yeah, they come in there to put a gun in your face. You're like, bro, everybody pays in Apple Cash.
Yeah, I don't have what you need.
What do you want?
Do we give you credit card code? Like I don't know.
Do you want some fish sticks? I mean, I don't know what to give you.
Yeah, I'll make you a meal. You seem hungry. Come on in, sit down.
You're not you when you hungry. Have a Snickers.
Now, also, the other side of this, does it sound like an inside job? He knew where the security camera was.
Obviously.
He knew where to hide the wetsuit around the security camera and knew when the restaurant manager would be counting the cash for the night.
Well, he might just be an observant criminal.
Or it's like that girl that got fired from her Mac job at LAX. Did you guys see this on TikTok?
No.
I did not see this on
I did not
TikTok.
see this on TikTok.
She was a store manager, and she did like the come spend the day with me to work at the store, and she recorded everything. Like,
yeah.
like the security clearance, her counting money, where they take the money at LAX, so the money goes to one area. She was fired immediately for like security breach issues for the entire airport. So maybe somebody did like, come with me to work at Paddlefish, and then like they gave all the secrets away.
I count the money at 7.
Yeah, we got the money at 7, and we put it, and that's really cute. It's shaped like a life, preserver.
And the code is...
Yes.
I'm using my phone, but the security camera's right there, though.
You can see the camera behind me.
Notice that my manager's not here right now at this exact time.
He always leaves early. Oh, my God.
I'm just here alone. Well, investigators said, pointing out, Kenzie just Googled the restaurant. Investigators said the man boarded the restaurant, which is on a replica steamboat, just after midnight on Monday, and then forced 2 employees into the corner of the room.
That's mean.
Well, he's robbing the place.
You got to take hostages at some point.
But I can't take that serious. Are you robbing me in flippers?
I mean, he had it doesn't say he had a gun yet, so we'll see what happens.
I can't imagine. Go ahead, Kenzie.
Right. You're robbing me in flippers and a wetsuit. You better be, wetsuit body ready or I'm going to roast you.
Maybe he had a spear gun, one of those big spear gun things.
I feel the opposite of Kenzie. I'd be terrified. If somebody tried to rob me in scuba gear, I'd go, well, this person's obviously deranged.
Yeah, I'm
what
outta
are they
here.
going to do to me next?
They said he told them to close their eyes. They didn't see a weapon, but he said he had a weapon.
Classic. Hey, don't look, but I've got a weapon.
Why don't I look and see if there's a weapon there?
No, don't look.
So let me see it. It'll be scarier.
Sources familiar with the investigation said he then tied up the employees. Then they probably opened their eyes and he went, ha, got no weapon.
Look at how agile I am with no gun weighing me down.
Suckers. Here's the key part of the story that fascinated me. He's in a wetsuit. He paddled there to get there on a boat. I'd be exhausted by that point.
You sit down to eat.
I'd probably get on the boat and go, water. He was
You're like, the service around here sucks. Oh my God.
So he scuba to the boat, got on boat, boarded the boat, Getting on a boat alone from the water is exhausting.
Yeah, this can't be worth it. Go, I don't want to give us a specific restaurant to rob, but go rob a land restaurant.
They said he was in and out in 2 minutes.
Okay,
After tying up the employees, too.
Yeah, this might have been a SEAL Team 6 guy.
Now, this refutes everything we just said about restaurants. He got between $10,000 and $20,000 before the employees could free themselves and call 911. He didn't tie him up very well, apparently, and they found out he didn't have a weapon. But there was 10 to 20 grand in the place. So there was money there. There was cash. Deputies believe he put his scuba gear on after the robbery, jumped into the man-made pond, and swam off. So I didn't realize that it's a man-made pond. I pictured it on the ocean or something, or a lake.
In the depths of the Bering Strait.
Yeah, he was in some kind of just concrete pond. He probably could have walked in. Is it like a fountain? You know, he could have walked right in.
Deeper than a fountain.
Like, why'd he swim in? He left behind a bizarre photo of him in a wetsuit captured on the restaurant's security camera. Now, I don't know how he printed out a photo from the security camera.
Do you think he swam with a printer, plugged the printer in, took the photo on the digital camera, uploaded it to his computer, then printed out the photo?
He put the printer on rice to dry it out just before he could print the photo.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.